Okay, I wasn't kidding. I was going live right after Maddie. I didn't really realize that I was going live right after Maddie, but I forgot that Justin was going to go live at 8 o'clock. So I wanted to get on quick. Mute. Yay. Hi, guys. Okay. Why isn't the chat coming up on here? How annoying. Live chat. Thank you. Hello, live chat. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Sama Caticorn. Somewhere in time. Caroline. Tangerine. Hello. Kiki. Victoria. Mystic Moon. Tamara. Between my aura. Ooh, cute. I like that. Lisa, Jack, Misty, Chrisanne, Carol, Dawning, Brad. Isn't it Monday? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Brad. It's Monday. Yep. Well, it's my Sunday because tomorrow I have to go back to work and I didn't have to work today. So, you know, it must be Sunday. Yes, yes, yes. Fine. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. For a minute, I had to think about it, right? Yes, I know. I've been here 3 times, missed a reading. Aw. Well, Mystic Moon, I had to say, I'm not doing readings tonight either. So I'm sorry. I can't do readings every time I'm on, or else I will go crazy. Okay, it is Sunday. I mean, it is Monday, apparently, and I still think it's Sunday. But you have to understand that as a working girl, that didn't sound very good. As a girl who works, anytime that I am not working, it must be a weekend. Me too, squirrel friend. Me too. Work and suck my nut. Yeah, you got the day off, Brad. Yay! You never get the day off. I'm so happy. That means you're here, and you're here on a free for all night. Yay! Here's the really bad part. The really bad part is I knew somewhere in my head that today was Monday because I kept talking about tomorrow is Tarot Tuesday, and I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. And I was like, but it's Tarot Tuesday. Hi, Leolyn. I start college tomorrow. Ooh, congratulations. It's like the first day of your rest of your life, right? Your first real day of adulthood. The first. It's cool. Unless you're an adult going back to college, in which case, you know, you've been an adult and now you're like, oh, get me back in and get some education on me. Did you get to see the moon? I did. I did get to see the moon. Hi, Jackie. I thought you were studying, girl. What happened? So, a couple things. I may not be on tomorrow. I know, but, you know, my personal situation there, well, it really comes to a head tomorrow, and he's coming home tomorrow. And so we will, did you mean the moon? The moon? Yes, the moon. The moon. I saw the moon. I think the moon. Yeah. So no, nobody finished reading. Jackie is just playing hooky. Yes, he does come home tomorrow. And so we are going to, I'm sure, be having loud discussions. He's coming home for now, and then we will be having loud discussions, and then we'll discuss more. How's that? So the first thing I wanted to do really quickly is show you, because I was looking at my, I love you guys too, thank you. I was looking at my Kickstarter, and I realized that I got something from my Kickstarter that I hadn't shown yet, and it has been sitting on this table for, I don't know, like a good month. Yeah, it arrived in December. And I wanted to talk about this, even though they kind of pittered out at the end and they kind of annoyed me. But it's called Tortuga Bracelets. And it was a group of people that got together to do a Kickstarter to support the turtles. Ooh, these are cute. the turtles that are dying from swallowing plastic. And so this group of people sold these bracelets, and every bracelet, I feel like Maddie now, and I haven't even been drinking. Every bracelet supported, thank you. You like my necklace? Guess who made me this? Ella Bray. Wendy. That's right. Our girl, Ella Bray. Yes, so every bracelet paid for, I can't remember now, a certain amount of plastic coming out of the ocean. And so I didn't want to wear it until I showed everyone. And then I forgot about it. It sat on my table for a long time. So these are, you know, the little charms, and they're lava stone. See the lava stone? And dyed howlite. And regular howlite. Right? Aren't they cute? So I will be trying to wear these because it was a great cause and I really liked it. And it really was pretty cheap. Yeah, save the turtles. I love the turtles. So, very cute. Yes, and I adore my bracelet. Now I really can't speak. I adore my necklace. It's actually a prayer necklace that Wendy made me, which I absolutely adore. And I've been wearing it like almost every day. I love it. It's got like the goddess on there, and it's got this awesome feather on there, and it's got amethyst, and it's got amethyst and tourmaline, and it's like my favorite necklace I've had in a long time. Look for one for saving the sharks. I love the sharks too, for sure. I don't know. That's a good question. Wendy should sell them, right? Because they're awesome. Why can't I speak? Wendy should sell them. I feel like I have a lisp tonight. She should sell them. I almost said it again. Can't do it. Did I see the ugly duckling story I made for your girls? Someone made Ashley an ugly duckling story? Ah, how cute. I guess because I'd buy them in a heartbeat, right? We'll have to talk to Wendy and say, hey, Wendy, you gonna sell these bad boys or what? You've been doing that all day? You see new mods. Oh, yes, we did. We got some new mods, at least for the YouTube family. I can't speak. Because when I was doing my free readings, we got lots of new people, which was great. But wow, like I cannot believe moderators. They are able to like delete trolls and all that kind of stuff. Saving the turtles reminds me that a scientist discovered a chemical that helps coral grow like 4 times faster or something. Really? That is so awesome. I'm telling you what, that show about the coral reefs dying. What was it called, Joey?
Blackfish.
No, about the coral reefs.
Chasing Coral.
Chasing Coral. If you have not ever seen Chasing Coral, I was like sobbing. I was really upset because we are so killing our environment. And Blue Planet, yes, I love that too. Hi, Maddie. And it's a really, really good documentary, but it is sad because I don't know if we can reverse it, but if they found, if a scientist found a way to increase the growth rate, that's awesome. And Joey and I were watching the other day, there's a documentary series on Netflix called, what's it called? The photograph one we watch? Tales by the Light. And it is about photographers and stuff, which is really good. But the first one, the first couple of this season were about this diver who goes to this place where the coral is dying, and they learn how to help it, and it starts regrowing again, which they didn't think could happen. So it was like a huge deal. And I love watching documentaries because I want to learn as much as I can. I was watching them today, and I was talking to Justin about it. What the heck was I watching? Oh, a documentary about John Lennon and USA versus John Lennon when he was fighting against Nixon in the war. Yes, it's Monday, Jez. It is. Just, I'm not going to say working girl again. Just the girl who was working, thinking that it's a work week, and so it must be Sunday. Jen getting called out for the day. I know. I'm so glad that my people feel comfortable enough to call me out because they know I'm a tard, and I never say that I'm perfect because, not at all. No, it's Sunday. See? Perfect. All right, so that was the first thing. Blue Planet will always fling my wig into this sea. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, you lovely peeps. Gonna drop my girl off at dance. Yay, good mommy. Good mommy stuff. All right, so what else should we talk about? I have quite a few things to talk about tonight, actually. One is, I want to make sure that I say that I'm really excited. Blackfish. Oh, Blackfish destroyed me too. I will say it's because of Blackfish that I donate money every year on my birthday. That's what I do, is I donate money to I donate money to, the Blue Cove. That was one of the movies too, the same kind of movie. I donate money to the Taiji people who go out to try to save the dolphins this time every year until March 1st. So it's still a whole nother month that they are hunting the dolphins for 6 months a year. It's horrible. Ugh. And every day I'm like, please be a blue day. Please be a blue day. And Blackfish is about the killer whales who really became killers because we have them in captivity. And they shouldn't be there. They're these huge, huge creatures that we have put in these teeny tiny little tanks and wonder why they get aggressive. Duh, because we're idiot humans. And for some reason, we tend to think that for our enjoyment, we can do whatever we want to any other creatures on the planet because we're superior. Which is retarded. Me too. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. And I absolutely support that. So, yes, Justin is going live in less than an hour now. 8 o'clock our Eastern Standard Time. 6 o'clock his time. So catch that. He's doing a thing on chakras, which is awesome. I did some readings. Jen, please remember. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Innate human arrogance. Exactly. All right. I did some readings this week. 6 hours of readings in 2 days. Justin's channel. Hold on. Let me. I will link his channel right here so y'all know. I did 6 hours of readings in 2 days. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to do at least a short tarot class. I wanted to just kind of go over some of the ones that we have done before. There's Justin's channel. And talk about yes, I know. And you missed reading stuff. That's okay. I will do it again. I figured I'd do it once a week. I'll do some free readings. I'm not going to do 3 hours every time I do it, guys, because, that's a lot. And I have to say, even the way I do it, and I was saying that it doesn't drain me like it does some other people, because I have learned to use gum. I'm chewing gum, which is terrible. I never do this on my channel. Hold on. Okay, I'm done. My mouth was dry. I'm so exhausted too, right? I know. I have learned to use the energy of whoever I'm reading for, their guardians. And that helps me a lot. It's okay. You can say my name, Jen. What can I say your name about? Actually, I was thinking Dave. Dave was always like, oh, I'm so exhausted after doing readings, and I always feel bad that, what? What am I doing? I always feel bad that you guys get so exhausted. And I think it was Hexen and Maddie were like, well, how do you do that? How do you use other people's energy? And I was like, I don't know. So big help for everyone, right? But I was saying that for me, I think it has something to do with how I do readings. Okay. So I'm sorry you're confused. I'm going to try to stay with me, and I will try to teach what I'm talking about a little. When I do readings, I take a moment before I start a reading to connect to the person I'm reading for. Let's say I'm reading for Dave. I'm doing a reading for Dave. So I take a moment. I'm still trying to find my blue fluorite, which I swear was just out here. Oh, it's in my pocket. Ah. So, good. So I take a moment to try to connect to Dave's spirit guardians, his spirit guides, whoever he has around him that helps to guide him through life. I don't call them angels, although some people do, and I believe that probably we're all talking about the same things. Hi, Alchemy Seal. So I take a moment, and because of Dustin's video, I found it a little bit easier to do it with a fluorite, by the way. So because of Dustin's video, I took a blue fluorite, which I know connects me better to spirit guides. And I put my energy out there. And how do I put my energy out there? Well, I've talked before about at the bottom of my feet are roots. Are they literal roots? No. But are spiritual roots that I release when I am doing healings, when I am connecting from, his name is Nick Jers. Nick Jers. Okay. Hello, Nick Jers. Happy birthday. So when I'm connecting, when I'm healing, when I'm doing mediumship, any of that kind of thing, I let the roots come from the bottom of my feet. And I know it's okay to, I'm not saying just a regular tired thing. No, I didn't say the N-word, you idiot. Take those roots from the bottom of my feet, and I imagine Mother Gaia's roots coming from the earth and wrapping around, literally wrapping around the roots that I have sent from the bottom of my feet. Okay, so they entwine. This is my process. I'm just letting you guys know. Stop shoving my feet into mud. What? And so once I connect, I can feel that energy. And from there, you are connected to whatever you want, whoever you want, whatever you want. Yes, everyone's process is different. Exactly. Does it tingle or pull your feet? I can feel it. I can feel that connection. And so once that connection is there, what, Maddie and Jackie, shush. Once that connection is there, then I can feel that connection to everyone. Hey guys, I'm only 20 minutes late instead of an hour and a half. Yay! To everyone, you can connect to anyone on the planet, okay? Because Mother Gaia is connected to everyone on the planet, okay? So metaphysically, that's what I do. When I begin a reading, I am saying in my head, I am calling out to Dave's spirit guides. Okay? I allow that energy to connect to Mother Gaia, and that's what I ask for. Find Dave's spirit guides for me. And that goes and connects. Once they feel that connection and I feel that that has connected, then a number of things happens for me. I see a picture in my head. Sometimes I hear a voice. I get an image of something. I either hear, and you guys understand, I'm not saying that I hear voices like you're talking to me. I'm saying in my inner spiritual voice, I hear information. So sometimes it comes across. The moon tonight is out, her end, and still orange. Yay! Sometimes it comes across as their voices. Sometimes it just kind of sounds like my voice. So I know if it sounds like my voice, then it's usually they are not connecting to me. What do you call it? Clairaudiently. They are just connecting clairsentiently. There's several different ways of psychic connection. Clairaudience. Clairaudience is when you hear another voice, your spiritual inner voice. You hear another voice. Clairsentient. Clairsentient is psychic knowing. So you don't hear something, you don't get a vision of something, you just know information. You have gotten information from another being, another guide, another spirit. Clairvoyant is the vision part. You see an image. I hear them a lot better now than I used to since working on my third eye. Great. The one where you feel it is called shit. It's not called shit. I can't remember. And I don't have my notes in front of me, of course. But there is, and then there's clair smelling too, which is something else. But I have a little bit clairsentience. That's right. Clairsentient is knowing, is psychic knowing, I think. If I'm wrong, I might be wrong. Clairvoyant, I believe, is psychic seeing. Olfactory something. Yes. Thank you. Yes. And so I have, for me, I have a lot of those things I have discovered based on the connection that I receive. Sometimes I get a vision of what that spirit guide looks like, and I just know the information that they want to give me. Sometimes, you know what? I'll put both. Great suggestions. Perfect. Sometimes I hear a voice. Oh, we have lots of trolls today. I love it. Sometimes I hear a different voice. Sometimes clairsentience is feeling. Awesome. Thank you. Perfect. So what's the knowing one then? Clairvoyance is seeing. Clairaudience is hearing. Claircognizance. Thank you. I forgot that one. Okay. My magic is at the point of awaken. After that, I just get disconnected. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. And if you can get to that point of awaken, then you just keep working at it. Hi, Ange. Welcome back. I hope your weekend was awesome. Yay. So that is my connection. So when I am doing this, when I'm doing a reading, okay, and I connect, I take their energy with me because I don't want to expend all of my energy in this reading. And I learned that when I learned Reiki healing. It was fantastic, but I may need to sleep for a whole week now to recover. But hey, how awesome is it that you found another witch there? Yay! I think we're hitting the trolls at the same time. Yay! Okay. Was genetic? That's okay. My son's was genetic also.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that.
So when you connect, I learned from Reiki healing because my Reiki teacher taught me that a lot of people will, hi Fairy, sometimes YouTube's gotten bad lately. A lot of people will, I can see a little, hear a little shit, and feel a little more, and knowing comes easiest. There you go. What would it be if I'm hearing someone who's passed their favorite song, sometimes very loud? Clairaudient. So that is that person coming across from something that they know you will understand is from them. Okay? Okay. So when I connect that energy, I'm pulling that energy from their guides because I don't want to I don't want to expend all of my energy connecting to someone else. Jennifer, I has it too since I was a child. I see and hear. Perfect. I saw your video. You have a video playing, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm proud of you. Oh, Johnny? And don't act like a troll, sweetie, right? Yes, don't. Okay. So I feel like I should be able to teach this, but I'm not sure if this will work for everyone or if this is just how I learned to heal. So I'm going to tell you how, this is my process. This is how I feel I do it. So when I'm connected, I start to receive my vision of them, my hearing, whatever it is they're saying, my knowing of what they want me to know. And then I say, okay, great. Come back with me and tell what we're doing. Let's go back and say, you have to come back with me and say what this is. Now, I can see why some people who don't know how to block, who are worried about spirits entering their home and that kind of thing, where you don't want to do that. But I can assure you, once again, I've said this before, spirit is around anyways. There is spirit around all the time. If anything has taught me, if my son has taught me anything about spirit, is that they're always here. It's just sometimes we can't see them. Sometimes they choose not to be seen. Sometimes we're ignoring them. Sometimes we can't see them. So if I'm connecting to a guide, I don't have a problem with asking them to come back with me to tell you. Because they want to go back and take care of you anyway. If they're your guide, it's not like they're going to stay with me. You're never truly alone. Exactly. So remember that. I have to say, I did have an experience today with spirit that I was like, come on, I don't want to know this creepy stuff sometimes. But what are some differences between being an empath and clairvoyant? Okay, so an empath, when I opened Way Up last year, everyone and their mother was trying to talk to me, you have to learn how to temper it. Exactly. Empaths. I'm empathic. I was empathic way before I learned how to connect to anything. Empathic means that you can sense and feel what other people are sensing and feeling. So when you walk into a room, sometimes when you're empathic, when you walk into a room, you get very overwhelmed sometimes because their energy, suddenly you start feeling what their energy is. You can tell you're an empath if stuff like, I have a really hard time when there's national emergencies, when there's shootings. 9/11 like almost killed me for days and days and days. I like was curled up in a ball sobbing. When you get energized from some rooms and you feel like you can't even handle other rooms. You walk into a room and say, oh gosh, I have to get out of here. Yes, the trolls are out tonight, aren't they? So that is empathic. A lot of times we are the people who are like, we show empathy for people because we're like, oh, honey, I can tell that you are sad today. Can I help you with something? And they haven't said a thing. And so it was, what was the difference between empath and what? Shoot. Sorry. Hold on. Empath and...
I don't mean to interrupt. Could I call Joey?
I don't care. Can you call Joey?
Joey!
Jen, I need to talk to my little ASAP. Uh-oh.
Joey!
Joey, Nancy's calling you on my live video. When you walk in the mall at Christmas and get overwhelmed from the bad JoJo being, yes, I want to, yep, absolutely. Can't do malls anymore for sure. Between empath and clairvoyant. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Clairvoyance is when you are able to receive visions from psychic being or spirit beings. So when you see a vision of what a spirit is trying to give you. Okay. They left a note. Apparently Amazon tried delivering your tarot today, but no one responded. What? Nobody was supposed to be here today. It's Martin Luther King Day. They didn't tell me that. They told me Tuesday. I will. I haven't even been out to the mailbox. I'm sorry, Hexen. Because nobody was supposed to be here today. That's annoying. And my driveway wasn't shoveled all day. We'll talk. We'll talk, Hexen, I promise. Okay. All right. So where am I? That connection. So you get that connection. And you ask the spirit guide to come back with you. Okay. Then you're expending their energy to do this reading. And like I said, I learned that from Reiki healing. My Reiki teacher would teach me not to expend all of your energy. You can tap into the energy of the universe, the energy that my Mother Gaia has, that kind of thing. You don't have to expend all of your energy. I always feel bad when people are like, oh, I did, 7, 8 readings and they're exhausted because I'm like, oh, don't do that. Don't use all of yours. Now, are you still going to get tired sometimes? Absolutely. Because after 3 hours of doing anything, you're going to expend some of your own energy, but you should not be expending all of your energy to do that reading. Jen, do guardians let you know they are there with energies and other things? Today I meditated to feel my guides and smelt sage. So weird. Yes, absolutely. So that is that olfactory sense is another form of psychic ability. The USPS has a holiday and Sunday delivery now due to Amazon orders increasing. I did not know that, Brad. Here the whole time I've been like, well, there's no mail because it's the holiday, and I didn't even think to look for it. Sorry, Hexen. I feel terrible. Okay, hold on. I saw something from Zach. I saw a bunch of U.S. postal cars out and about where I'm at today, which I thought was weird since it's Martin Luther King Day. I know, right? That is really weird. I worked for them. You did? All right. Is there anyone else but me in this chat from Canada? Just wondering. Okay. So when there's a couple little tricks that I figured I'd teach you all from my mediumship class, that since I can't for some reason find my mediumship book, so I feel like I'm not supposed to right now for some reason, there's a couple little tricks that I do remember that I use all the time to connect. So when I'm connecting, the first thing that they taught me, and mind you, I learned from the people from Lilydale, which I cannot say fast for some reason. I thought it was short for milk. Oh, Maddie, you're so cute. Thank you. The necklace is actually pagan prayer beads from Ella Bray, our girl Wendy, who I absolutely adore. This is like my favorite thing ever. I love wearing this now. Okay. So the first thing is your tongue, which sounds really weird. This is a weird thing, but the people at Lilydale have taught this for years, that when you're trying to connect to spirit, you put the tip of your tongue up on the top of your roof, the roof of your mouth, the top of your roof. Try that one. On the roof of your mouth. That helps to open up your third eye. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I know the people of Lilydale have studied this because they are an entire town of psychics. So I trust that the people from Lilydale know what they're doing. And they actually have mediumship classes. And this is something that I was taught at mediumship class, is that if you put the top of your tongue, tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, ironically, that gets rid of brain freeze. Really? I didn't know that. That's cool. Hey, all, I'm back, but my roommate just used up pancake batter, so chicken or beef? Yeah, just an owl. Okay. So that is the first thing that I learned, and I thought, oh, well, that's an easy tip. And it does help. Okay. The other one is, this is called a mudra. It is a hand symbol that helps to connect. It is the middle finger and the thumb. And this is a specific connection to your third eye chakra. So when I am trying to connect, if I'm having a hard time, I try to remember, oh yeah, do this. That's also supposed to help you fall asleep or something. Yeah, because it balances things out or something. That's true. Okay, so that's the second tip I'm going to give you. The third tip is to practice. The blood vessels in your mouth get cold and it causes the brain to freeze. Your tongue warms the blood vessels and kills that freeze. That's so cool, Brad. I love science. Science is awesome. So the third tip is to practice. Practice, 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 practice. The more you practice your mediumship, the more you will be able to connect. The quicker you will be able to connect. The farther you will be able to connect. The better you will be able to connect. The better you will be able to figure out those images that you are being given. There is a million different ways to receive messages. Your way will be different from my way. So unfortunately, I can't teach you like, oh, if you see this symbol, because some people get messages in symbols. And they learn, oh, if I see a rose, to me, that means this was a love life kind of person. And they learn, if I see a dog, then that means that they were connected some way in childhood. But my symbols and your symbols are not going to be the same. And what happens is, I know, thank you, my moderators who are working so hard tonight. What happens is your, the way that you receive spirit starts to learn how you receive messages best. So they start to give you the messages that they know you will receive. Some people see it in symbols. Some people see complete pictures. Some people hear a message. Some people just know the information. For me, I'm not a symbol person, and I think that comes from not being a math person, because symbols and math are very similar. Long Island Medium describes the symbols. I hope, does she say that that all the symbols are the same for everyone? I hope she doesn't do that, because I really liked her before, but I've heard all of a sudden that she's a fake, and I'm like, oh, I liked her. So I really hope she doesn't say that all the symbols are the same for everyone. Although she does. Oh, I had started to hear that she was a fake, and I was really annoyed because I really liked her. I was hoping she was not fake. But maybe she just doesn't understand that it's not the same for everyone, because you can only know what you know for you. She says, that's my symbol for XYZ. Oh, well, that's okay. She could say, that's my symbol. And then I remember you saying that last night, and I was like, tongue pop. Yep. Tongue. I know I've started to hear these fake things, which sucks. Apparently there's a psychic here in Rochester that just started a show, and I keep meaning to watch it, and I can't remember what her name is even, but she's been on the radio a couple times, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was going to try to look her up because I can't remember her name. I would like to go meet with her and talk to her about Joey, for one thing. I know Joey's almost an adult now, but I'm always like, you're a few minutes behind. Yay. Right? I want to speak with your manager. Yeah, she really does. For sure. The Hollywood medium. Yeah, he's spooky too. I've heard he was fake too. I never know. You never know. Not that. And here's the problem with people saying they're fake. How do they know? People could say, I'm a fake. And how are you going to fight against that? This is what I felt. When I felt like I connected, that's what I felt. That's why I have a hard time when people say that this person is fake and this person is fake and all that kind of stuff. Because I want my people to understand that I think that everyone is able to do mediumship. So I want everyone to feel comfortable trying to do mediumship as much as you can. And if that means sometimes you get some stuff wrong, yep, that'll happen. Sometimes you'll start to talk to somebody and they'll be like, yeah, that doesn't resonate at all. Just like in tarot readings. I'm sure if you've done enough tarot readings, you've gotten to the point where someone will say, oh, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't sound like me at all. Right? But later on, if they, I have clients who take a picture or take a video of the reading, because the first couple times she was like, oh, I don't know. That didn't really sound like me. And then she came back a couple weeks later and was like, oh, this thing happened, and it was just what you said it was going to happen, and and I didn't know that. And I'm like, well, I didn't know that either. I just knew this is what the cards were saying, and I don't know why the cards were saying that, but that's what they said, and that's what I was supposed to give you. So here you go, and what you choose to do with that is on you. And I think that's the key. The key is not to take responsibility. And that's partly why I say this all the time. When people are like, Jen, you're so good. That's great. I love to hear that. And I'd love to say, yeah, I am. It's awesome. But what do I say, guys? I'm sure you've seen it before. I say, thanks, but it's really not me. It's just looking at the cards that you're given and saying, okay, this is what your spirit guides have decided to have me pull for you. So this is what the cards are saying. Because for one thing, I don't want to take responsibility for this reading, because I didn't pull these cards and say, this card relates to you and this card relates to you. And I didn't do that. Do I know exactly how it works? No, but I know it works. I've been proven that it works. So all I can say is the responsibility comes from, yes, you want to do your due diligence and learn the cards and learn to connect and figure out the best way for you to do that. Do you want to, are you a person that doesn't believe in spirit guides and guardians and stuff? That's okay. You do not have to believe in spirit guides to do the tarot at all. You can find your own way that works for you. I learned to keep my mouth shut because I kept seeing a baby one time. Every time I seen this one lady saying this out loud, not knowing she had a miscarriage. Aw, right? That's always hard too. I did a couple tarot readings for friends during my lunch period back when I had no idea what I was doing. Not my brightest moment. I'm good. How are you, Brandy? So it really is about how you want to do that. And once you find something that seems to work for you, practice, 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 practice. And if spirit guides are something that you're interested in, then I suggest you connect, which is the second part. Do you have Wisdom of Avalon? Yes, I do. You want me to pull it out for some reason? I can see it. Wait, did I have it? Didn't I have it out yesterday? Oh, yeah, it's right here. Yes, I do. Yeah, I love this deck. I use this deck a lot. Hi, Amy. Okay. So that comes to the second part. A lot of people were like, okay, how do I connect to my spirit guides? How do I know who my spirit guides are? Whew. Ready? I don't know. No. There's lots of ways you can try to find out. First, I would suggest you can do a reading. That's true. You can do a reading. Some people can tell you who your spirit guides are. I'm one of those people sometimes. I may not be able to tell you everybody you have around you, but when I'm connecting, I can usually give you an idea of who I connected with. I suggest you start meditating. There are a million different meditations out there that will help you to connect to your spirit guide. And let me tell you about a meditation that I have learned for a lot of different things. I have learned this to find my spirit guides. I have done this to, what was the other thing we were talking about? Oh, to open up my third eye. I have done this to, there's a lot of things. And it involves, it is an awesome deck, Hexen. I love this deck. It involves doing a meditation where you picture yourself. I started to connect through a tarot spread. Good. Perfect. Through a tarot spread. I'm just going to show because Hexen's asking about this deck, the Wisdom of Avalon. And I'm going to show because this is one of my go-to decks. I use this deck a lot. It involves a meditation that talks about you go deeply into the meditation, into yourself. And it talks about being in a very warm, comfortable environment for you. And seeing a staircase. And walking up the staircase. This is after you're in a meditation. Walking up the staircase. And the staircase opens up at the top. And you... ... Yes, a regular spirit. Yes, I have felt icky connecting to a regular spirit. I have never felt icky connecting to someone's spirit guide. Even though they may be big, bad, tough guys, they're always out looking out for the person that they're with. Can I have a cold? Yes. That's why I said whatever is comforting to you, because you can have cold for sure. I've been taught to go to the upper world to meet the spirit guide. I can usually connect, but sometimes I have trouble or the messages aren't always clear. Right. And Sarana, this is kind of the same thing. They have you walk up a staircase that goes way, way up, and you keep walking, and you keep walking, and you keep walking. And when you get to the top, you know in your head you're going to meet with your spirit guide. And so you get to the top of those stairs, and you see, ta-da, whatever it is you see. Jen, I'm sure you have said this before, but what is your absolute favorite deck or top 2 or 3? Or just ask them to meet you in a dream or meditation. Yep. Turns out I've known her name since I was a kid. Awesome. Can I lay down for meditation? Yes. A lot of people, I lay down for some of my meditations as long as you don't fall asleep. I have to sit up if I'm not doing a sleeping meditation because I will fall asleep. I love to meditate to go to sleep. It's a great way to go to sleep is to do a meditation. But I have found, it'd be great if this would actually focus so you could read it. There. I have found that I am a person that will fall right asleep. Yep, me too. So if I'm actually meditating to do something or to connect or not to go to sleep, I find that I have to sit up. And sitting up is uncomfortable for you, then absolutely you can lay down. The meditation she's talking about, they guide you, but they state to picture a warm environment. I hate the warm environment, so I do the cold instead. Exactly. Do all the decks basically have the same cards? Just wondering, I have a small 22 card deck. Okay, so it depends. Oracle cards are different from tarot cards. Tarot cards follow one of 3 or 4 different. You rarely remember your dreams. Maddie, start a dream journal. Start a dream journal. Start a dream journal. Can I just say, if you don't have a dream journal and you're a spiritual person, start a dream journal. For some reason, that's coming a lot this year. So that is going to be a big thing, apparently, in my focus on my teachings this year is a dream journal. Dream journals do several things. One is they signal your brain that you want to remember your dreams. So when you wake up and there's that journal and a pen right next to your bed, and you wake up and start writing down, you did? Yay, Stephen, thank you. And you start writing your dream down, your brain goes, oh, she wants us to remember that? And then the next time, you might remember a little bit more. And then the next time, you might remember a little bit more. So that is good. Would starting a tarot journal be a good idea? Yes, 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 please. I have one for my normal dreams and then one for my dreams that wake me up. Yep. Oh, yes. Sticky thighed. Of course, I read that as something else. Thank you, Brad. I would definitely not want to see your sticky thigh dream journal, but I would like to hear about your other dream journal. Is it normal to have constant nightmares? Sometimes if your psyche is trying to work out something, it will keep on running until it works it out. Welcome. My struggle is that I have aphantasia, or I am mind blind. I can't visualize or see things in my mind's eye, so I've been having a really hard time with spirit guides or spirit animals. Aphantasia. I have not heard of that. Mind blind. I can't visualize or see things in my mind's eye. That is really interesting. I need to work on meeting that new spirit of guide of mine. Yes, I need to get properly back into meditation. I can dream, but I can't see anything while I'm awake. So if, oh, Foster Strelli followed us here. If you have flashcards, would that help you, April? Like if you had a flashcard and you looked at this card and then put the card away, can you picture the card in your head again? Or that part just doesn't connect? My sister told me she has a coworker with that, so she doesn't like to read books. You can't visualize it at all. Wow. I wonder what that is. That's very interesting. I can see where that would be extremely difficult. Makes you think of like, is it a protein that your brain isn't producing? Is it as a medical person, I'm fascinated. I'm sure it's extremely frustrating to you. And I'm trying to think how I would help you with that. It's almost like someone else can see it and they are describing it to me in an auditory way. So that's what you would have to do, is try to think of things in an auditory or written way. So when you look at a card, let's say, you would say to yourself, people can't see an image in their mind at all. That's so, I mean, I feel terrible for you. I don't want to make you think that I'm like undervaluing that. That is a horrible thing to have. At the same time, I'm fascinated by how that works and what I could do to help you. But so if you saw this card and you said the Queen, automatic writing, maybe, and you said, so you would have to think about how to describe her. She is a blonde-haired, two braids woman with a white dress sitting on a throne that is pink and coral colored. There's a woman sitting in front of her with a harp and a boy on the right of her, that kind of thing. There's a video explaining it by YouTube animator. Yeah, that is so interesting, April. I would love to talk to you more about how we could, you know, try to help you with that. The problem is there is more there. The problem is the more there is to remember, the harder it is. Oh, I bet. I sometimes feel my way if I have a power animal with me. They guide me like a seeing dog. Yep. I've had dreams that have stuck with me for years. Me too. Okay, my favorite couple of decks. I will say I have a number of favorite decks at this point. The first one that, of course, if you have seen my channel much, you will know, I'm going to say, is the New Era Elements Tarot. It is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is, well, actually, this is not, apparently. But yes, kind of still is. I don't know. Oh, good. I'll try to get off very shortly, Justin, I promise. Justin's live is going to start in about 7 minutes. This is a great deck, though. Very hard hitting, though. Punch you in the gut kind of deck. Not a deck for the weak-hearted. I would say Samhain Deck of the Bastards. That's another favorite of mine. Pagan Other Worlds. That's another. Me too, Amy. Riding in a car with an unknown woman and she randomly stood up and got decapitated. Fun times. Oh my goodness. Brad, that's a horrible dream. I have many recurring dreams. I've had many recurring dreams like through my life. One is my family, which started out when I started having it as a child. It was my mom and dad and me getting attacked by grizzly bears in a cabin that they were like breaking down the cabin to attack us. And then as I grew, it grew into, minus Spider-Man chasing me, it grew into my children and my husband and stuff. And I have a recurring dream, a couple of places. I have made up a hospital in my head that is, I think, partially made up of several of the hospitals that I've worked at, and partially just my brain goes off, but it's the same hospital all the time. Like, it changes a little bit. Sometimes if I work at a new place, there's a new part of it or something. But I have had the same hospital for, I don't know, 20 years now in my brain. And I can picture it. I could draw it. Like if I was an artist, I could draw it, but I know where CT is. And then if you go down this hall, there's 3 x-ray rooms on this side. I also have a dream of a house that I apparently own somewhere in my dreams. That has like secret passages and a big, huge, like living room kind of setting. Actually, it's like a game room almost with a bar and all kinds of stuff in it. And my grandparents' house, and then my other grandparents' house, and my place of work, right? So all this stuff, there's lots of recurring dreams. I don't know how we got on that. Meditation. Most of mine are death-centered. Yeah, past life work, that's definitely possible. So I hope that helped a little bit. All right, April, we'll talk soon. Okay, when we all go to sleep, let's meet up in Jen's dream house, right? It's an awesome house. It's huge. It's got all kinds of, it's got like wings, and it's a really cool house. Like, I keep thinking someday in my adulthood, maybe I'll build it. I don't know. I would have to be really rich, but leaving my job, I see visions when I'm awake. I know everyone is supposed to dream, but I don't feel I do. Start a dream journal, and then that kind of triggers your mind that you want to remember those dreams. I hope that this helped the people who were talking about spirit guides. I'm like, what the hell were we talking about? There are lots of ways to meet your spirit guides. Ask them, dream, what have you started seeing in your dreams? Meditations, there's guided meditations that will bring you to meet your spirit guides. And I know I've done several videos before on mediumship and psychic connection. If you're really interested, you can go back and look at, I believe there's a whole series, I think, on psychic connections. I think. I hope I have that. Yep. Perfect. And I do highly recommend starting a dream journal, because that dream journal is a trigger for your brain to start remembering your dreams. Okay? By returning to them in meditations. Yes, absolutely. For sure. I have premonitions. I have premonitions from my dreams a lot. A lot. Seeing my uncle in a casket after her funeral. He died. Yep. I had my grandfather, after my grandfather had died, I saw my Aunt Ruth, which was his sister, sitting down at the table. And I was like, wait, you're not supposed to be here, because my grandfather was sitting with her. And I'm like, wait, Grandpa's dead. You're not supposed to be here. And she's like, well, it's okay. I'm going to visit him now, and blah, blah, blah. And then she died shortly thereafter. Seeing someone in your dream and can make out their face. You've seen that face before in this life or past. Your mind can't make up faces. Faceless, I take as guides, goddesses, and oh, no kidding. That's so interesting, Brad. I like that. I like that a lot. Ah, that's scary, Lillian. That means that you're worried about him, obviously, about the situation or something. Yep. Scary, scary, scary. Is it normal to taste your dreams? For some people, yes, absolutely. I'm having a hard time focusing, so I want to learn so many things. I know, gosh, we just got to kind of do the best we can with what's in front of us and try to learn a little bit every day, right? Dreamt about my best friend's father. Perfect. All right, guys. I'm going to head out for tonight. I may be on tomorrow. I may not. I don't know. It depends on what's going to happen. The court time is 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to send us some energy at that time, that would be great, because I don't know. I'll be going through all kinds of weird stuff at that time. I really don't know what's going to happen. Q Gen face. Uh-oh. Did it knock out on me? In the meantime, have a great night and a great start of work. And if I'm not on, I froze for a few seconds. Oh, see, I didn't even know at that time. And if I'm not on tomorrow, I will be on Wednesday for sure, because I'm not going to let you guys out of the loop for too long. I know, Brad, work. Love you too. And if you guys know Justin, head over to Justin's channel. He'll be starting any minute. Love you guys.